We begin this midday with breaking news. Texas EquiSearch actively looking for a missing 2-year-old girl. Get a close look. Nadia Lee was last seen October 16th. That was Sunday. Her last known location, 331 South Ritchie Road. That's near Highway 225. According to Tim Miller with Texas EquiSearch, that is the same address where a man charged in the murder of his common-law wife lives. According to court papers, police are not telling us that the cases are connected, though. Nadia has brown eyes and black hair and is about the average height and weight of a 2-year-old. If you know where she is or know anything about her disappearance, contact Houston police immediately. The man accused of killing his common-law wife after police say he put her in a chokehold made his first court appearance.
He's charged with murder and faced a judge overnight where bond was set. Our Rochelle Turner live downtown from the Harris County Jail with those details. Rochelle.
Lisa, Andy, good morning. A judge set bond at $250,000. Court officials say this all started after the couple got into an argument over the custody of their children.
Mr. Lee, you're accused of the first-degree felony offense of murder.
Standing, wearing an orange jumpsuit, Jyron Charles Lee made his first court appearance last night.
The motion cites that the defendant strangled the mother of his children to death with his hands.
A judge set bond for the 26-year-old at $250,000 and charged him with murder. Earlier this week, police were called to an extended stay hotel on Bay Area Boulevard after Lee and his common-law wife, Nancy Reed, got into an argument over the custody of their 2 children.
The defendant stated that the complainant went after their 3-year-old child. The defendant stated that the complainant attempted to choke him, but he tucked his head in, prevented her from grabbing him.
Officials say Lee held Reed's arms from behind and put her in a chokehold.
The defendant stated that the complainant was beginning to get free from him, so he wrestled her to the floor, wrapped his legs around her while still having his arms around her neck. The defendant stated that he held her in position until she became unresponsive. At that point, he called 911. The complainant was transported to the hospital where she was pronounced deceased.
And a judge also set bond conditions for Lee, which include no contact with Reed's family, no alcohol, drugs, or possession of any firearms, and he will be placed on house arrest. His next court appearance is scheduled for tomorrow. Reporting from downtown Houston, I'm Rochelle Turner, KPRC 2 News.
Welcome to Straddled Events. On this channel, we bring you the truth. Sometimes the truth is quite ugly, unbearable, and you just don't want to deal with it. But on this channel, you're going to get it anyway. You are straddled the fence of good versus evil, right versus wrong. And on this channel, we're going to tell you to do better. Please like, dislike, subscribe, and share the videos. Now let's go.
The search for 2-year-old Nadia Lee.
Police believe she is a victim of foul play. Her father accused of killing her mother, Nancy, this week at a hotel. Brittany Ford has been following the story, and she's joining us live from the search, which is happening now in Pasadena. Brittany.
Eureka, Texas EquiSearch actually ramped up those efforts just about 30 minutes ago, but throughout the day here, they have just been combing through this area, even expanding some of their efforts into the surrounding neighborhoods, hoping for a miracle.
This is 22-year-old Nancy Reed and her daughter Nadia as an infant. Friday, Texas EquiSearch returned to Memorial Park in Pasadena, expanding search efforts for 2-year-old Nadia.
I think we did a good job yesterday clearing a lot of areas, and we can say we know where she's not.
Nadia was last seen at her father Jyron Lee's Pasadena apartment Sunday. Investigators say Lee was seen on camera walking around the apartment's dumpster with a stroller. They say evidence found inside Lee's apartment point to foul play. Tim Miller with Texas EquiSearch says they're leaving no stone unturned.
Time is not on our side, and we was thinking we got a small child and we got a big city.
Lee has been charged with Reed's murder tied to a domestic dispute that happened at a hotel this week. Reed's family says the two have 5 children together. The family has set up this GoFundMe page for her funeral expenses as they pray for Nadia's return.
This case has touched a lot of hearts, and so we're going to do everything we can do and be her voice. And
Lee did appear in court today, where he is now being represented by a lawyer. His bond remains set at $250,000.
So, Brittany, we mentioned foul play is suspected in this case. Will search crews be back out again tomorrow?
Rick, I did speak with Tim Miller before they wrapped up here today. He says they do plan to continue their search efforts tomorrow, but aren't disclosing that location just yet. I'll send it back to you.
All right, Brittany, thank you.
Hi, everyone. In this week's Crime Files, 2 teenagers go in. Harris County investigators say they fear the worst after police say her father strangled her mother to death. Here's Fox 26's Sherman DeSalle.
Why would he do something like this, and why would he do it in front of his children?
Trying to find the baby right now.
And it is heartbreaking, it really is.
Nora Reed says her daughter Nancy's life was in jeopardy, and her last attempt to get away from her common-law husband, Jyron Lee, cost her everything.
He has ruined her life and my sister's life. He has done a lot of damage to my mom's life. While he used to live with my mom, they both stayed with my mom.
Police say the night of October 18th, they responded to a call at this Sonesta Hotel on Bay Area Road. Lee admitted to officers he choked Reed after claiming she was choking one of their young children. 2 young girls, 1 and 3 years old, were in the hotel room at the time, but police say they were not hurt. Nancy Reed later died in the hospital. While investigating, police learned another child, Nadia Lee, had been missing before this incident. She was last seen at Jyron's apartment 2 days before in Pasadena. And evidence found so far indicates little Nadia may be dead. Crews are even checking a bayou nearby.
While we do still have hope that she is found, we do have to put in efforts to search with Tim just to see if we can locate her in any means.
we're going to continue checking the bio in case something happened in there and something has possibly not floated yet.
Lee remains in jail, and he's not cooperating with police on Nadia's whereabouts. Nora Reed says her loving daughter didn't deserve this and hopes others dealing with domestic violence will run for their own safety.
The first sign of domestic violence, I would just advise whoever's in it to get out. Get out as fast as you can.